Ladies and gentlemen, welcome once again to Chanakya English. So the day is going very hot and the political situation is also getting hotter day by day, and there's 4+1 elections. Now to discuss about what is really has happened, what is the game change has happened in this all these four states plus the union territory. With us we have a very senior journalist, Mr. Malan is with us. Welcome sir, welcome to the show. Sir, to start with, so why there is so much of shift, especially towards DMK, in spite of we have a legacy of AIDMK, DMK, and Mr. Vijay has not even visited most of the constituencies so far. Yes, I think he has visited only 50. So it is once again MJ is coming back, sir. So your thoughts on this?
What has come out today is a silent anger against the ruling party and a desire for change. When it comes to the question of change, people had only two options, that is either ADMK or DMK. They have seen the ADMK route, so they might have thought it is better to try someone new. And my guess is most of the votes, perhaps at least 90% of the votes from the first time voters and the new voters would have been in favor of Vijay.
Okay.
So what they might have thought is, okay, let us try something new. And Vijay is comparatively the younger among all the three leaders. So there is a possibility of a natural vibe. And all these things, and Vijay also had played a victim card. See, he was harassed in so many places. His meetings for his permission for his meetings were denied in many places.
So that is one of the main causes for this type of anger, sir.
That could also be, because the question is, why don't you give him a level playing field and then compete with him? That could have been the case. And it was quite obvious that the DMK government made 50-60 conditions for conducting a public meeting, even for indoor meetings.
Okay.
So people might have thought that is quite unfair, and it is unfair, no doubt. So all these things would have, say, on one side, a desire for change. On the other side, an anger against the ruling party. On the third side, he was considered as a victim. Fourth side, he was having if you have looked at, if you have heard his speeches, he was using the language, the lingo of the younger generation. You may remember in one of the meetings he called Stalin as uncle. So that was considered.
Even they asked him to call Appa, so they called him as.
So that was considered as irrelevant irrespectful by certain quarters.
Okay.
But that is the language, the young people, the way in which they address the old people. They address almost all the people above 50 as uncle.
Okay.
And thank God, Stalin should have been happy that he was not called as a boomer uncle.
Oh.
So he was following a lingo which is closer to the generation. I think this is a generational change.
Sir, from your point of view, like as you said, people want a change. So the first time voters has voted more. So my doubt or my question here, what it strikes is how the first generation voters knows the difference between the ADMK rule and the DMK rule. So what made them to cast actually? So because as a senior of 40, 50 years old, people know the difference. They would have casted to DMK or AIDMK. But how this first generation voters has been conquered by Mr. Vijay? Let me use the word.
They might have voted at 18, but before that 17 years they would have been under any of these rules, whether as a school kids, college kids and other things. And another thing is there is something called peer pressure.
Okay.
And if somebody starts liking someone, and they will naturally ask his her friends to vote for him. The question they would have asked is, why not? It's not the question why Vijay should be elected. The question was why not he should be tried. That would have been the thing. And whether you call it as a sad thing or right thing, their access to their interest in the print media has gone down significantly. They are mostly on the social media and on the channels like YouTube.
Okay.
So the print media, they used to give an insight into an issue,
Okay.
for and against,
Right, sir.
depending on the leanings of the paper. But in social media, everything is committed to a time frame.
Okay.
So they want to say everything in 5 minutes, 3 minutes, 2 minutes, and you might have seen in most of the social media, particularly the YouTubes, the headlines are very sensational.
Okay.
If you go into the YouTube and listen to it,
Okay.
hardly it would be a one-liner somewhere in this.
Okay.
So what this is this is a kind of an effervescence. They just want to have the effervescent effect rather than going into the details and this thing. That's what probably the DMK and the elder generation senior journalists were all these days calling the Vijay fans as Tarkuri, which is literate. But they are not. They are very much aware of the politics, but they are not interested in the political history. They do not want to think what had happened 25 years and from where we have moved to this place. That is not that thing. Their question is today, and for many of them the question is tomorrow. And so they have reacted on those questions.
So it's once again another thing comes into mind, sir. Like still the Tamil Nadu goes behind the face value, sir, as did for Mr. MJR, as did for Jayalalitha madam. Is that continuous, sir?
Yeah, from 1977, Tamil Nadu.
Especially for Vijay, sir. Especially that might have caused the vote increase.
Yeah, no, from 1977, the elections in Tamil Nadu are personality centric,
Fantastic.
not ideology centric.
Okay.
It was once MJR versus Karnanidhi, then it was Karnanidhi versus Jayalalitha, then now it became Stalin versus Edappadi, then now it has become to Vijay. So Tamil Nadu voter, an average Tamil Nadu voter, wants a face to connect him with the politics. It is not he is connecting himself with the ideology or anything.
So it is being said that he may not secure most of the votes in the down south, especially in the Kongu belt region, but especially in North Arka districts and South Arka district. So without going to the constitution, what made him to succeed in so much of places actually?
No, if you look at if you decode the Vijay's victory, you will find for the first time in this 50, 60 years of Tamil Nadu electoral history, first time, a member from the minority community is having the chances of becoming a chief minister.
Okay.
That has never happened because he has openly announced his name in the nomination form as well as in the meetings that I am Joseph Vijay.
Fine.
That is one thing. Second thing is most of the parties were banking on the caste calculations, his candidates, most of them, except in the Dalit constituencies, most of them are from different castes. So I view this as the democracy is getting matured now. People have started thinking beyond the religion, the caste, the region, and all these things. He had contested one seat away from Chennai,
Okay.
and he is also securing a victory there.
Right, sir.
So people have transcended all these barriers like religion, region, caste, age, gender. I think that is that shows our democracy is moving towards some kind of maturity.
Fine, sir. Still the result has to come yet.
Yes.
But do you think that the support, NDA will give him support from Delhi if he forms a government, either individually or by through some alliance? If he is forming the government, if he is becoming chief minister, it's a hypothetical question, sir. Whether India will support from Delhi, because recently we are getting information that DMK is saying that we are not getting enough funds from even though they were the party with India also. But do you think that Vijay will get all the support from NDA, sir, from Delhi?
I don't think what DMK was selling and telling all these days that they are not getting the funds is factually correct.
Okay.
Uh,
Sorry for interruption, sir. It is even said by Priyanka Garke also, sir, to the Karnataka government.
Yeah, that is the opposition stand, but that's not factually correct in the sense. Center refused funds only for PM Shri schools,
Okay.
and they say unless you sign the MOU, you will not be able to give it, and that position is correct. That's what I think, because those funds are earmarked for a particular project,
Okay.
and that can be released only for that project.
Okay.
Whereas NDA will try to cooperate him
Okay.
because they have to face elections in
29. Okay.
and 2029 is not far off.
Okay.
And they would try to gain some good name.
Okay.
And I think Vijay will not also go as much antagonistic against the center as DMK.
Mhm.
Because what has happened is the process, the common man is losing it. That is one of the reasons for DMK's debacle this time is their constant fighting with center for each and everything.
Okay.
See, for example, take the case of Navodaya schools.
Okay.
Navodaya schools are meant for the children below the poverty line.
Okay.
But by denying it, who is the loser? It is not the DMK family, it is not the DMK members, it is not the BJP members, it is the common man living below the poverty line. So DMK objected to it, saying that they will be forced to read Hindi. The question is, if people want to read Hindi, how a government can stop it? So these things might have.
So it's been a long time they're saying that they are not opposed to Hindi. They don't want to impose Hindi. So that is
Yeah,
why it is being
that's
said.
right. Or even the new education policy is not imposing.
Correct.
They
But
are-
that happens in Pondicherry also, no, sir. They are
They
saying
are,
that
they are, they
French
are,
also.
they are offering 3 languages.
Okay.
And they said it has to be Indian languages.
Right.
That's it. So if you want to choose Malayalam, if you want to choose Kannada, you can do that.
Correct.
Provided if there is an adequate number for that, no school will deny that. Particularly private schools will not deny that. We must always remember the dictum that the market decides the product.
Adding to that, sir, because why this question is because C.T. Nirmal Kumar, who is a candidate in Tirupanakundaram, he also said when this issue raised of 3 language, he also said for this one is very firm that we will also go with 2 language policy. So that's why this question came, sir. And adding on to that, when Mr. Devendra Fadnavis came to Madurai, so he openly declared that if we come to power, so we could be able to bring in Madurai Metro and Coimbatore Metro. If that is the case, sir, that is why this question has been raised, sir. So that is why once again I am putting this question: Will they get the adequate support what AIADMK got during the tenure from 2017 to 2021, sir?
No, Madurai and Coimbatore metros were not rejected.
Yes, sir.
They asked them to, they send the papers back, asking them to revise it and send it.
Okay, sir.
Because in Coimbatore, it had some logistic problems.
Okay.
It has to go through a main bazaar
Mhm.
where they have to demolish so many number of shops. So they said, you reroute it and send it to us.
Okay.
So I think if those things are done, Central will come forward to support those projects. Because not only Tamil Nadu, the whole of India, the Modi government's vision is to improve the infrastructure and particularly the mobility of people. And what we have learned from the Iran-US war is we have to think of alternate modes for moving public transport. We have to enhance the public transport. I think those things will work. All that they need is they need a comprehensive formula. That is one. And DMK has made so many small issues into a great issue. That is one of the reasons they have lost.
Sir, slightly we'll move from Tamil Nadu to the other states. So about West Bengal, so we could able to see there is an increase in NDA. So we could able to see there is a huge surge there. So why that surge could not happen in Tamil Nadu, sir? We are raising it for a long time, especially in southern states. It's not in Tamil Nadu, not only in Tamil Nadu. If we go to next state of this one, Telangana or to Karnataka, why there is not a big bloom there, sir? Like we could able to see in Bihar.
Bengal was a different. It cannot be compared with Tamil Nadu because Bengal had always been a contest is between the national parties.
Fine.
TMC is also an outbreak from the Congress.
Okay.
It had many Congress ideas within itself. But Bengal is a different state in the sense because of the confrontation with the central government. TMC has denied many of the central schemes for the people.
Okay.
So that is on one side. On the other side, DMC in the 15 years rule, they have politicized the bureaucracy, the police force, even the lower judiciary. So that left to then people are left with no other option. If they have some grievance against DMC, they have no room to go and complain.
Correct.
So that anger has revealed, and the option available for them is BJP because they have seen communist rules.
Okay.
And Congress is weakened all through the country, so they have opted for BJP. I think that is the reason, and it cannot be compared. It is comparing them is comparing apples and oranges.
Sir, lighter note on that, sir. Like what has happened in BJP, it has happened in Tamil Nadu also. That TVK has taken that. So according to your, this is my last question. So according to you, whether Vijay will form a separate government or it will be a coalition government, sir?
No, it will be a government on its own.
Okay.
Because he would like to consolidate what he has got.
Okay.
And there won't be any need for him to take a coalition partner.
Okay.
So, and then his next aim will be the local body elections, which will be sometime in 2017 or 2027. So, he'll be moving towards that. He won't be taking partners now.
Okay.
So, I don't anticipate that scenario.
So with this thought process, ladies and gentlemen, so we can expect the final result around 5 o'clock. Until then, it's bye. Thank you very much. Thank you very much for joining us, sir.